Anyhow, we have a lady here from Ohio, and I think it's Toledo, Ohio. Is that
Yes.
right? Okay, Holy Toledo. And we were talking about Betty Roof and her legendary meatloaf. And so she has a connection, I guess, through her mother. You want to explain this connection?
My mother's name is Betty, and she just made, this is a Tuesday night, and she made meatloaf on Sunday night and fed it to my daughter and grandson. So now I'm eating Betty Rue's meatloaf on Tuesday night at Red Rose Diner.
That is some sort of connection. What you have to do is swap recipes, I think.
Yes.
So well, when you sign the guest book, we can start a communication there. Maybe we can convince Betty to give up her recipe and your mom to give up her recipe. They can share it with a solemn pledge not to let it go any further.
Sounds good. My name's Robin, by the way.
Robin, the last name?
Robin from Toledo. Robin Meek. Robin Fetterman Meek.
M-E-E-K? Or?
Yes.
Okay. All right. Well, thank you for that bit on the meatloaf. It's been a big part of Betty's life. She's made the newspaper with it, and being referenced as her legendary meatloaf. So maybe you can get your moms to be legendary, or maybe the two, Betty and your mom's name is what?
Betty Wagner.
All right, so maybe we can get the two Bettys to meet someday.
Yes, that would be great.
And we'll have a cook-off with meatloaf, right? And they're friendly. Okay, thank you. Now we're going to swing over here. And this gentleman here essentially has been to every county of every state in the United States, and this includes Alaska. Now, this is, to me, amazing. It's quite a quest, and you've been doing it for 30 years? Okay, you want to explain who you are? And what brings you to Towanda?
Okay, Lenny D. Fetterman's who I am.
Okay.
And we're passing through, going home, because my son wants to do the same thing. And we just finished Maine, Vermont, and New Hampshire, New York, and then working Pennsylvania home.
Now this is your son over to the...
Yes.
And your name?
Brian Fetterman.
Okay.
And I've been around about 1,700 counties. So
Now how many counties is there total in the United States?
3,144. But that could fluctuate. Some they take away, they add.
Right.
So it might one or two change depending on the jurisdiction
Mm-hmm.
and what the local political government wants to do.
And what got you into this?
Okay, I wanted to be in every state in the union, and I did that. And then I collect license plates, and a friend who started the Extra Miler Club, his name is Roy Carson.
And what's this club called?
Extra Miler Club.
And what's that?
Well, it's where you go to all the counties, and our motto is the shortest distance between 2 points is no fun. And he bugged me for 10 years. Come on, come on. So I took 2 years to figure out how many counties I had, and I had 1,500.
Wow.
So then I decided I was as nuts as he was.
Right.
So then I took another 15 years to complete it.
Now, how many people are members of this exclusive club, whether it's official or unofficial, or what do you
Well,
figure?
just unofficial. I would suppose there's maybe 120, and maybe completing that we know of is about 15 that actually complete.
That actually, I imagine it's got to be
that
pretty.
we know of. I mean,
Right.
there might be others, but we don't know them. They don't know us.
Uh-huh. Well, probably some of the people are running from the police, so they're going to every county they can just to...
You can't hit a moving target.
That's right. They just stay a little and move on, But, so you're in Towanda in the sense that you're getting your son into doing it.
Right.
Towanda, Bradford County is one of the counties.
Right, absolutely. And we're going west on 6th to pick up those counties.
You got to say historic 6.
Right, historic.
It's historic 6.
Okay.
There's actually quite a network of going across the country on 6. They have a visitors bureau.
Right.
And anybody who wants to, matter of fact, that would be the all the counties along, Route 6 would be something that they would be interested in. If you've done all the counties along Route 6.
Right. Well, in our state, Route 6 would go to Fremont, Ohio,
Right.
Bowling Green, Napoleon, then into Indiana.
So you must have been in all the counties on Route 6.
Absolutely, absolutely. So, I mean, we've run most of all of 6 completely from coast to coast.
Okay. Well, these people would probably be interested in doing something on you, I would think.
Okay.
That's what they promote, Route 6.
Right, absolutely.
And
but, I live in actual Holland, Ohio, which is on the west of Toledo.
Holland.
And I have Holland, Ohio. Then
Not
I
to be
also
confused with-
Oregon, Ohio.
Okay, not to be confused with Holland, Michigan.
No, everybody thinks Holland, Michigan. No, this is Holland, Ohio.
And why do they call it Holland? A lot of tulips or something? Or
Well, no, it's just the name of the guy that did it back in 18 something and plotted it, and that was just Holland, Ohio. But most of it now is Springfield Township, and the town is very small. It's a mailing address, but it consists of the Springfield Township area.
Okay. Well, you seem like you know a lot of stuff about the history of this country or something.
Absolutely, I love history. I love all this stuff. And my big project now that I'm doing is I'm a fanatic on how they display the American flag and the military flag, that it's left to right, that it's Army, Marines, Navy, Air Force, Coast Guard, Merchant Marine, and I have changed thousands of them nationwide.
Really?
At colleges, at state memorials, at cemeteries.
Where they have it wrong.
Yeah, just on and on, that they do not display it in the right order. And it's all on the computer, on the National Flag Foundation order of precedent, which would list it, but it seems like they don't. And I'm talking American Legion, VFW, DAVs that are wrong.
Now you're familiar with the Elks Club.
Oh yeah.
And they have a flag day.
Okay.
And once a year they tell the whole history of all the American flags. And it's a beautiful thing that they do.
Hey, I didn't know you worked here.
Yeah, I know.
Is there an ATM here, or do we have to?
We have a debit card machine over there, credit card. So
What do you mean?
well, it means you can use your credit card. That's what it means.
Okay,
So you don't have to pay anybody to eat here. Anyhow, the Elks does a beautiful ceremony, and they did it down in Warren, New Jersey.
we'll be right back.
And I was an elk. I guess I'm no longer an elk because I moved out of the area. But the ceremony they do, it's really moving. And they would probably be interested in your activities of straightening out all the flags that you've done.
Well, what's bad about it is when they have the granite markers and they've done it in granite and they're wrong.
Oh my God.
It's pretty tough to say spend the money and do it right.
Yeah, we know about that. We had a lady who was didn't get on the war memorial thing we had in Warren, New Jersey, and her name was Elaine Roney Hoffheimer, and she flew for the WACs, ferrying planes around. So first they tried to say, well, she really wasn't in the war, but the guys in the Merchant Marines were, considered that. But the problem is they already had a guy engraved, so to get another engraver to come in and do it. So they had to build up, I don't know how many people to make it worthwhile to get an engraver in just to make changes. So I imagine changing the direction of flags would be pretty difficult or whatever.
Right.
So.
Absolutely. So, yeah, I can try, and like I tell them, if you do it right, then the rest of the people key off of it right, and then it escalates right and not wrong.
Right.
Because I've had so many people, well, we went over here, we went over there, but they were wrong, so you keyed off of them wrong, and you escalated it.
Sure,
wrong.
you
Right.
precipitated another problem, right?
Right. It escalated.
Yeah.
So, but
And your son lives where?
Toledo.
Toledo, Ohio.
Oh, you live in Toledo. Okay.
Yes.
Okay. All right. Well, listen, I want to thank you. This has been very interesting, and we'll when you sign our guest book, we can get in touch with you and send you a link as to where you can see this. But I think it's worthwhile that we did it. And
Now, you wouldn't happen to have a business card?
yes,
would
I
you?
do.
Okay.
We have all kinds of cards here, which I'll hand you in a second.
I have a business card which I got to get new because I changed and I had to erase this and do this, and put a different name on and all
I
kinds of
think I
stuff.
see one right here. Okay.
Right.
This tells you everything about the diner, and we'll give you some more before you leave.
Right, I want some more too. But you
And,
can have one, he can have one.
All right. So there's a way to get via email to give you links and stuff. So.
Right, we got an email.
Okay, great. Well, I want to thank you very much, and we'll conclude this interview. But it's amazing how things pop up. I went to my uncle's funeral, and they actually had a real bugler there. He was in the military, and there's a group of people who can't take these electronic bugles. They go to these funerals, and the guy doesn't know anything about anything. He sticks it up with his mouth. He presses a button. He goes.
They don't like that, but it's getting harder and harder to find.
Well, this organization that's what they do. These guys volunteer their time, and they do this. It's a beautiful thing, but like I said, they can't take it. A couple of the guys in the military said this is ridiculous to have synthesized bugle music. Of course, as far as I'm concerned, I think the best thing is bagpipes.
Right.
And
Oh,
going off in the distance, then that
Absolutely.
makes everybody cry. Let me.
Absolutely. You're right. Absolutely.
Okay, well, listen, it's been a pleasure interviewing you guys, and say hello to your mom, Betty, and we'll maybe we can get something going. Maybe we can make them both famous. Take care.
Sounds good.
Thank you. Thank you.
Take care. Bye bye.